Hello my fellow Taurians, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys are having a great day. And I have reflected on the first half of July, the reading that I did for us. And I recall that there are some things that we are dealing with and working on. Particularly, I remember the Tower was the underlying card. And I know that that can be stressful, and just know that you guys are supported and you are loved, and there's nothing that you can't accomplish. So I'm with you, and I really hope that things are better, and I hope that things are coming along rather nicely. So thank you again for watching. Of course, I am the Empath Victorian, and this is for Taurus, July 16th through the 31st. Here we go. This is probably my favorite zodiac sign. Alright, you guys, so we have the Two of Cups. This was in our last reading. The Nine of Wands. The Six of Pentacles in the reverse, the Five of Swords in the upright, the Temperance in the upright. Oh dear. The Devil was in our last reading too, so some of us are still contending. This is very nice, the Judgment card. Some of us are still contending with this Devil energy. Alright, so the Two of Cups. So yes, this was in our last reading, and Two of Cups is all about support and love from a romantic partner or a close friend. It could be the beginning of a relationship or the strengthening, I would say, or reference to the love and support coming from a current relationship. Alright, and then you guys have the Nine of Wands in the upright. So if you look at this card, this is where you want to go, and this is where you are. So you have to tread through all of this mess to get to where you want to go. So within this, there is a test of faith. You are being asked to persevere. And the closer you get, it seems, you know, there's obstacles. So there is some adversity in your approaching success, or adversity in the overcoming rather of a difficult situation. And you guys are nearing achievement in some regard, and you're being asked to persevere, to stay strong with your climb and getting closer to what it is that you want despite the setbacks. Some of us are experiencing setbacks, and it's frustrating because the finish line is like right there, right? This is a 9, 10s or the next number, and that's about completion. And it can be very frustrating, but just hang in there. Don't forget what it is that you want and go for it. Alright, then you guys, we have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So with this, we see a one-sided type of charity, and it could be money issues for some of you. And if not, in regards to a relationship, there's this aspect of one partner doing the most, you know, trying to work on the foundation and trying to actually put a lot of energy into the relationship rather, and the other person not so much. And this card also represents itself as a choice between selfishness and selflessness. And there's some imbalance there in some regards, either coming from you or towards you from someone else, because it's in the reverse. There's also caution here, because there is this one-sided charity. Caution to taking advantage of others or being taken advantage of. So this may be what some of you guys are dealing with. Again, it could relate back to debt and money troubles. Alright, and then we have the Five of Swords in the upright. So this represents conflict. And there's someone that is being a bully. There's someone trying to win at all costs. And the advice for you is to choose your battles wisely and try not to get caught up in all the conflict and tension. And you may have to exert, you know, interesting enough, you may have to actually be a little aggressive to get what you want, because some of us are being challenged and we're going to have to stand our ground, so we're not just having to back down and give in for the benefit of others, you know, because in doing so we neglect ourselves. But there's definitely some outside opposition seen with this card. Could be within the job, within the home, within close friends, and there's definitely someone trying to go against what it is that you're trying to do. Alright, then we have the Temperance card in the upright. So this could be, for some of us, a Sagittarius, but there's also the need here for balance. And this card is asking us to self-evaluate and consider our priorities. Okay, I remember the Devil was in our last reading, and this is very important. We need to find some balance and moderation in our dealings and evaluating ourselves, especially if the Devil's in the picture. You know, consider your priorities in life. And like the cards before this one, you know, you have the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. You know, there's some kind of balance, right? You want appropriate give and take here, and you want appropriate give and take there, right? So there's some messages here towards balance. Could also be a Sagittarius. Okay, consider where you're putting your energy and what you're getting in return. Okay, it's all about finding a balance in all of your dealings and executing all of your goals with purpose. Alright guys, then we have the Devil. This could be a Capricorn for some of you. For some of you may be dealing with a Capricorn, but also too, it's letting us know that something still has a negative hold on us. Okay, because in the last reading, we were advised to feel a sense of hope. The Devil in the last reading was paired with the Star. The Star, I believe, was in the upright on top of the Devil. The Devil was the fifth card. And in that aspect, we were being advised to feel a sense of hope and know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And that could be what you need to contend with this guy, right? Remember when I said he's not, you know, you're not going to change him. He's going to change you. And he's still here. He's in the second half of your monthly reading. So it's time to take a serious look at what's going on. You know, something needs to be done here, or he's just going to keep popping up. And we're going to do some clarifiers to figure out what else we need to know about why he's popped up. This is nice right here. This is what your subconscious wants you to do. Your subconscious is wanting you to let go and allow yourself to be reborn. And it's also calling for self-reflection. Okay? And, you know, this is the card of awakening. And for you to be in alignment with your life purpose, you need to awaken yourself to fall into this alignment with your life purpose. And some of you may be at a crossroads. There's a big choice that needs to be made here. And without letting your emotions get in the way, it would be a good idea to rely on your intuition and your intellect to navigate through, to release this Devil, whatever it is that's got a negative hold on you, and to get in alignment with what it is that you really truly need. Alright, you guys, let's see what clarifiers we have. The Two of Cups. Alright, then we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, Ten of Wands in the upright, Three of Wands in the reverse, the Tower again, the Tower, the Devil, and the Two of Cups. Okay, that's interesting. These three cards were in our last reading. The Tower was actually in the subconscious. I'm going to tell you guys more about this. This is interesting. Alright. The Temperance in reverse. Okay, you guys. We're stubborn. I see what's going on. Seven of Cups. Alright, so with the Seven of Pentacles, this is where we want to see the fruits of our labor, where we want to see all of our hard work coming together. And in the upright, we see that. We see progress. We see all of our hard work paying off. However, in the reverse, things are not really coming together the way you want them to. And in regards to a relationship, perhaps some of you are putting in a lot of hard work. You're trying to really work on the foundation, lay the groundwork of your relationship. And it could be where this one-sided charity is coming in, because you're not really seeing things progress in a way that you want them to. You're not seeing the fruits of your labor. Okay? And it also represents scattered efforts. Perhaps there could potentially be a lack of focus. If you're putting in all this work and you're not really seeing things pan out the way you want them to be. And again, that would be a great time to reevaluate what it is that you're doing and what it is that you're investing in, to see if it really is truly possible and not some fantasy in what you're trying to achieve. Alright, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. This could represent us feeling out of our element, right? Because we're a Taurus, could also be a Virgo or a Capricorn. And the Queen of Pentacles in the upright, she's a nice balance of work and of home life. But in the reverse, there's some struggle there with getting that nice balance. And there could be, obstacles. The obstacles that you're facing in the Nine of Wands could have to do with this imbalance between your work life and your home life and the commitments within each of those. You could be trying to do the most at work and at home, and in the process, you're actually, neglecting yourself. You're neglecting to take full care of yourself. But like with the Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands, I know I'm skipping ahead a little bit here, but I'm making the connection. Like with these two, you may be carrying a heavy load, seemingly by yourself, and you could be feeling spread a little too thin. That's just a possibility for some of you. Alright, now, the Ten of Wands. This guy is carrying all this stuff by himself. Alright, he's carrying this heavy load all by himself. He's not delegating. He's trying to do the most, just like her, at work and at home. But really, truly, he doesn't have to. And like with the one-sidedness of the Six of Pentacles, I mean, is it you guys that are trying to carry this heavy load? Are you allowing others to help you? Or are you just not being offered the help that you want? And you're really feeling the heavy burden of, responsibilities and everything else you got going on in your life? Something to ask yourself. This card alone is kind of like this card and asking you to evaluate where you are putting your energy and what are you getting in return, because it doesn't looks like you guys have something that's not paying off in a way that you want it to. Okay. Alright, so Three of Wands in the reverse. Excuse me, with the Five of Swords. So, Three of Wands in the upright. The guy is looking out to what he wants to do. He's looking at where he wants to go. He went through the Two of Wands. He made his decision. Now he's figuring out how to get there. However, in the reverse, he's experiencing some obstacles. There's some obstacles to these long-term goals. And he's struggling to put these plans into action. It could be because of all this background noise with the Five of Swords and the opposition that some of you guys are feeling and faced with from other people. Okay? But remember to pick your battles, because there's always going to be somebody that has something to say, and as long as you're doing good, there's always going to be somebody that doesn't like you just because you're doing good. And you guys are tough. I mean, you're the bull. Nobody wants to mess with us, especially when we get mad. It takes a lot to get us mad, but the horns do come out. Anywho, just a little humor there. Stand your ground, you guys. Oh dear. So the Tower. This is what I have to say about the Tower. The Tower was in the upright for the first half of the month reading. And for those of us Taurians who do not prefer change, this card is reflective of that. Because some of us are trying to avoid contending with this guy. We're trying to avoid, because once we contend with him and get rid of him, or get him out of the way. Whatever it is, I say him, but you know, it could be a thing or a person. Then that's when the tower is going to come down. And some of us get caught up, as an earth sign, we get caught up in routine. We get caught up in having things familiar, and we don't really want change. And that can be fearful. Okay, but there's some things, you guys, that need to happen. You know, allow yourself to let go of what has a negative hold on you. Find the balance. Look, you're over here too. The Temperance is over here too in the reverse. Find this balance that you need. Allow your tower to fall so you can rebuild. Allow the tower that's full of negative and unserving thoughts and behaviors to fall so you can rebuild again. And replace those negative things with what is of the highest good for you. Okay? Oh, this guy. He's just going to keep popping up. Okay? And then here we have the Temperance in reverse. Again, it could be a Sagittarius. But I don't so much see that. I mean, you could be, but the message behind it is so relevant. You know, the devil is still here because you aren't looking to the long term. It says it right here. You're not looking to the long term. Things are out of balance all over this read. There's issues within yourself. There's, you know, issues with others and the conflicting interests that, you know, people close to you may have. I mean, you guys are past the Death card. You know, I think that's number 13. Yeah, 13, and then Temperance comes is 14. You guys are past that, so you know what needs to go. But you guys just aren't quite ready to let it go. So, how's it really working for you? We're stubborn. I know. Alright, then we have the Judgment card with the Seven of Cups. This is interesting. So, Seven of Cups is about illusion and things not being what they have portrayed themselves to be or what you thought they were. But this card is a message for us to know that it's time to become clear within our minds of what we need and to separate any ideals or fantasies, separate that from reality. And some of you are in need of making a choice. And not just wishing for things to get better, right? You can't wish things into happening. You're going to have to take action, you know. Don't just wish for better things. Put a plan into motion and execute it. Put a plan into motion for better things. And be realistic about it, right? Because this, you know, this is kind of being stuck in your head and in a dream world and living in fantasy and just wishing and wanting things to be a certain way. But you do have to kind of ground yourself a little bit and realize what is realistic and what's not, you know, because obviously, just like this card shows, all that is shiny is not truly valuable. And interesting enough, the devil uses these tactics to get a hold on you, to think you know, are doing what you need to be doing, or to think that you want what it is that you want, but what's really not good for you. That's how he deceives you. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. I know you're stubborn, but please take care of yourself, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I enjoy our readings. Don't forget to check your, if this is your sun sign, check your moon sign, check your rising sign, check all the signs. Print out your natal chart. Check them all. It's just a lot of information. You never know what's going to click and what may not. So, much love to you guys. Many blessings. I'll see you next time. Peace.